Gypsy Rose Blanchard was exposed by her ex-husband Ryan Anderson on his TikTok, and now she is crashing out on her social media, and it has been the most unhinged that we have seen Gypsy Rose behave on social media since her release from prison. There is so much to talk about in the world of Gypsy Rose right now. It is unreal. There have been so many things that she has been posting on her social media and so much new information. One of the more minuscule things that I want to talk about is that she has about 3 items in her TikTok shop, and one of them just so happens to be a gun mug. Not only was she a part of the gruesome murder of her mother, but she attempted to murder her mother before by shooting her. So I find it very disturbing that someone who was in prison for 8 years for the murder of her mom has only 3 items in her TikTok shop, and one of them is gun mugs.
They shooting!
Gypsy Rose Blanchard has been so unhinged on her TikTok that it has been rather disturbing to watch. She is spiraling out of control. So we are seeing glimpses of the real her, and people who used to support her are now starting to see her true colors, because she has shown about 5 or 6 different gypsies in a week. Lifetime and Gypsy Rose have been working really hard to build a narrative on their show that is so far from the truth in how she actually behaves. Recently, there was an episode that aired where she had her book signing, and she talked about how she was afraid that she was going to end up murdered.
This is the first time that I am ever exposed to the public. You can meet her at this time, at this location. This is how people get murdered.
This is so interesting because if you have been on her TikTok, you would see that she was posting these videos and photos in real time, telling the public exactly where she was.
Okay, so it's Jazz Fest Day 2, and I am not wearing a wig. I was trying to go incognito yesterday. It didn't work out so much, so I ditched the wig. Are you excited?
Super excited.
Who are we going to see today?
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam.
There was even a video where Ken seemed to be begging people to come up to them and talk to them.
What up, y'all? We're live at Jazz Fest.
How many you got?
Yeah, come see us. Press the B in your live video.
This does not look like someone who's scared of being murdered. When you continuously do lives telling people exactly where you are not afraid you are going to get murdered. But when your show is being broadcast to thousands of people on the television, you want those people to think that you're innocent and scared. I'm not saying that it isn't a dangerous thing to do when you are a public figure by telling people where you are, because it is absolutely dangerous. It is incredibly dangerous. But when you have someone that was a part of a gruesome murder trying to gain sympathy from the public by making people think she's afraid of people, when people should be afraid of her, it's a joke. So Life After Lockup Season 2 is currently still airing, and there was a recent episode that we talked about in a previous video that had Ryan Anderson fuming because she referred to him as a member of the public. So since this episode aired, he has gone on live on TikTok talking about her and exposing her for texting him behind the scenes. The reason why this is a big deal is because in Life After Lockup, Gypsy Rose and Lifetime have been trying to create this narrative that Ryan just will not get over her. He won't stop talking about her and he won't move on. Even talk about Gypsy Rose's guard dog friend who went and posted Ryan Anderson's text to Gypsy on behalf of Gypsy. So they bring up those text messages again, the ones where he was talking about how he missed her and she looked really great as a brunette. Just trying to make the public feel like Ryan is just this sad, sick little puppy dog who just cannot get over her. They negate to tell the viewers though that the star of their show texts Ryan on her own free will. In fact, she was texting him 3 months ago. That's interesting considering they haven't been a couple for a year. Now this gets even more disturbing when you find out the things that she has been texting him and when she's doing it. Not only did Gypsy text Ryan a photo of Aurora the day she was born, but she also texted him 2 weeks postpartum with her newborn baby. She was 2 weeks postpartum, newborn baby in her arms. Almost 2 a.m. texted him, "Are you with Amber J?" trying to figure out if he's dating this girl. You cheated on him with your ex that you just had a baby with. The baby is fresh out of the womb, and you're texting your ex-husband that you just recently got divorced from if he's with somebody.
Oscar, listen, baby, I know I was a bad girl, but come on. You'd have to be crazy not to take me back.
She texts him again at 9 in the morning saying, I feel lost, like I don't know what is real anymore. Gypsy Rose is in a whole ass other relationship with the dude that she's been getting on TV saying is the person she was always in love with and truly in love with, loved him the entire time she was with Ryan. Ryan was a rebound, but then she's going and texting him, trying to get in his personal business and figure out if he's in a relationship with somebody. Now her response was trying to expose Ryan with this screenshot in her story. I believe Gypsy Rose is an extremely manipulative and dangerous person. I think she is impulsive and makes decisions that harm other people for her benefit. I think she's extremely selfish. She is so terrified of Ryan exposing the stuff that she has said to him that she is trying to hit as hard as she can so he will stop. After she posts that, she then posts this video from Jazz Fest.
So you want me to take my shit down, right? Okay, how about you quit talking about me? It's been 3 fucking months since I texted you. And you're spiraling out of control. So just remember, just as much dirt as you have on me, I have on you, honey. You punch at me, I punch back 10 times harder. Go see a therapist.
You were in prison for murder. Why are you threatening someone on social media like you can't go right back to prison for something different? Second, she posted text messages that he sent her first. She is so mad that he posted this, but she was the first one to ever go behind the other one's back and share personal private text messages. She also then goes to show text messages that Ryan sent to her dad asking her to delete the post. I feel like Ryan is in a very scary position because he wants to tell his side of the story, and I feel like there's a lot of things that he's holding in that he either knows, things that she said to him, things that he's gone through in this relationship. I feel like he really wants to open up about stuff, but Gypsy holds him back, and I don't know if it's because part of him is kind of scared of her or if it's just because he thinks there's still hope for them. I'm not entirely sure, but it's honestly disturbing because she is showing that she will attempt to destroy him if he says something. I feel like that's a very scary position for him to be in, but honestly, I hope that this shows him he should just say it all, because she is absolutely petrified of him saying the things that he knows, and I don't feel like he should hold back for her because this is his life, this is things that he went through, and she doesn't give an actual crap about him, and the only reason why she says half the stuff that she says is because she's trying to manipulate him to keep quiet. She convinces Ryan that she still has love for him, this, that, and the other, he'll keep quiet. And then when that doesn't work anymore, then she's gonna start threatening to destroy him. Not only is it disturbing that she's threatening somebody when a little over a year ago she was in prison for murder, not only is that messed up on so many levels, but what is this accent in this video?
So just remember, just as much dirt as you have on me, I have on you, honey. You punch at me, I punch back 10 times harder.
Who is this person talking? Because this does not sound like that sweet, innocent Gypsy Rose voice that she puts on all the time.
Hey everybody. So I am almost 4 months postpartum, and I think I'm experiencing postpartum hair loss.
Why is Lifetime not airing things like this? Like, these are the things that they should put on their show to show people that are watching Gypsy Rose only from the docuseries. Show this stuff. Stop protecting her. Show this. Obviously, this was not met with a good reaction from the public because it's unhinged. Like, what are you doing? People were not happy with what she posted. People also brought up how Gypsy Rose was talking like Ruby, her other personality from the videos that she sent to Nicholas Godejohn.
It's been 3 fucking months since I texted you. And you're spiraling out of control. So just remember, just as much dirt as you have on me, I have on you, honey. You punch at me, I punch back 10 times harder.
Disobey me in any way, or displease me in any way. I only use the one card that I have over you.
Gypsy is so consumed with what everybody else says and thinks about everything that I don't think she could handle that people were so displeased with her reaction to the situation. So then she goes and posts this picture in her story with Justin Bieber's Sorry song playing over the top of it. One of the cringiest things I've seen on the internet in a long time. And then she goes on to post this extremely long video where she starts it by saying, if you are not Ryan, do not watch this.
So this video is going to be for Ryan Anderson, and if you're not Ryan Anderson, then keep scrolling. But I know y'all watch.
and that's okay, but this video is not for y'all, it's for him.
First of all, I want to say this is just another one of her performative things right here. Because if you just wanted to get this message to Ryan, you could have filmed this video and you could have emailed it to him. You did not need to post this on TikTok and turn the comments off so nobody can call you out on your BS.
So I know that it's been about 3 months since we had any kind of text message exchange. And I know it's been really hard for you watching the show for the first time. I know it was all filmed, but I know that you don't, so I understand that you're reacting to things in real time, just like I am. So I'm sorry for not giving you that grace. I do want to say, like, this is going to be kind of a long video of me just putting out what's on my heart. And I know that it is hard to watch things that we have said and things that happen, even if it was 6, 7, 8 months ago, whatever. I understand that it's the feelings are happening in real time, and I want you to know that it is extremely hard to watch you have to go through these emotions.
I cannot handle how manipulative she is trying to be to this man, and I fear that he will fall for it. This honestly disturbs me on so many levels that she is doing this, because it wasn't even 24 hours before this. She was posting about how she's gonna punch back 10 times harder.
And I understand that when you are doing live streams, you're speaking your truth. You're speaking your mind and your peace. And I'm never going to filter you for doing that. But whenever you put out text messages between you and I that I think are sacred.
I need to remind everybody that Gypsy Rose is the first one that ever put out text messages between them. She did that, and Ryan never did that. But the second he did, she goes and posts his personal business that's completely irrelevant to their relationship and what happened to try and make him look bad on the internet. And yet whenever he does it, she's going to say that it was personal and she thought it was sacred conversations between the two of them.
That should, in my opinion, be sacred between us. And when I mean sacred, I mean that there are very few people I trust in this world.
You guys, why did she just motion to her neck like that in this video? If you guys know, in the crime scene photos with Dee Blanchard, I'm going to be careful with what I say here because I don't want to tick off YouTube by saying too much, but there were some severe neck wounds to Dee Blanchard. That's what I'll say. And then there was some interesting chatter that was happening after Gypsy Rose's book came out, because shortly before Dee Blanchard was murdered, Gypsy Rose told a story about how Dee was going to have a throat surgery on her that she didn't need or want. I am really disturbed and creeped out that she motioned to her neck like this when she's talking about there being few people that she trusts. Please tell me if you think that I am reading too deep into that, or if you think that there's something to this moment right here, because what the hell? I'm so disturbed by the fact that she just did that. We all have eyeballs. We can see what you just did to your neck.
And I have always counted you as one of them. So whenever I reached out to you when I was 2 weeks postpartum and I didn't know how to handle my emotions, I just had a baby, my whole life changed. My literal whole life changed in an instant.
The fact that she thinks that her ex-husband has to give an actual crap about her postpartum emotions. Your postpartum emotions that you're having because you got pregnant right after you left him and cheated on him with the guy that you've been parading around the internet was the love of your life this entire time, and that Ryan was a rebound, and he's supposed to have any sort of compassion for what you're going through postpartum. You have zero compassion for anything that he's gone through unless you think saying it will make you look better in the public.
And I don't regret having Aurora. I don't. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. But I leaned on you. I leaned on you because I trust you. That is not something a lot of people I can say about. When I felt distant from Ken during those first few weeks postpartum, I vented to you. I told you everything that was on my heart and in my head. And I thought that that was going to stay between us.
She basically just said, hey, I did the exact same thing to Ken with Ryan that I did to Ryan with Ken. I keep talking to my exes behind my current boyfriend's back. When she had a problem with Ken 2 weeks postpartum, she went to Ryan about the problem.
Did I tell Ken? Eventually I did. But I never aimed to hurt you. It was never about hurting you. It was always about what the public might think, the public persona. And I think what gets to me, and I vented this to your mom, is that you have your TikTok personality and then you have the real Ryan Anderson.
It's interesting she's saying that because yesterday in the videos that she was posting, she was also a completely different person than in the video that she's posting here.
And those two are two completely different people. So when I see you on TikTok, acting the way you do, talking the way you do, doing your polls, that's not the man that I married. The man that I married went on Facebook once a month because I asked him to. You didn't do social media. You didn't care. It was never about the public back then.
I don't think she realizes that people can change and find enjoyment in social media when they used to not enjoy it. Like, he has almost 1 million followers on TikTok because they care about what he's posting in his lives. Like, he has people that genuinely enjoy his lives. Even if he wasn't talking about Gypsy, people find him entertaining. This is what happens when somebody has a name for themselves and they get in a couple with somebody that doesn't. Sometimes those people go on to have their own audiences. The same thing happened with Shane Dawson. I don't think that Ryland Evans had a social media following before he met Shane. I could be wrong, but I don't think that he did. And look at him now. He has his own podcast, has his own channel, and does his own thing and has his own supporters. You're shaming Ryan for enjoying social media now just because he didn't when you were with him. You're also shaming him for having any interest in what the public is putting out there when you're obsessed with it yourself, and you said on your show you're obsessed with it. You can't judge him for being interested in something that you're also doing. You're also insane to think that you can try and manipulate your ex-husband off the internet so that he'll stop talking about you for being a terrible person. He doesn't owe you anything. You cheated on him. You have another man's baby.
And it's so hard to see what you have become.
I'm going to repeat this clip for you all because I would like you guys to sit here and watch as she decides in real time, I'm going to fake cry now. You can watch her face and see when she switches and decides, now it's time to cry.
So yeah, I get mad, I get frustrated, I get angry because I know that that's not you. Where's the person that came to visit me when we had an argument and I told you don't come, and then you showed up anyway? Where's the person that was there for me whenever my parents were on the edge of a divorce? And Christy didn't pick up the phone for 3 weeks. And you were all I had. You think I forgot about that? I haven't. I hate that we keep doing this back and forth, trying to hurt each other. But we're not trying to hurt each other. We're trying to hurt each other's reputations. I hate the fact that we are trying to be at war with each other. But I know I just want the best for you. I want you to be happy. I want you to move on. I want you to move on with someone that's going to make you happy, that's going to love you like you should be loved. And I know that it's hard because I get it. I did you wrong, and I'm sorry for that. But every time we would text each other, every time we would talk on the phone, you wouldn't really bring that up. We were civil, if not even friendly. So yeah, I am sorry that in all of this confusion and anger and disappointment, that seeing that text message that you released, for what? For what? Because you wanted to show that you are the truth teller on TikTok? Well, that hurt my trust. And so yes, in turn, I put out personal information of yours that I knew that you didn't want out there. And it was wrong, and it was below the belt, and it was too far, and I'm sorry. I truly am sorry. Even if you give me many other jabs, I won't put out anything else about you. I'm not going to try to hurt you. I know that in your heart you care about me. I know in your heart that you are a good person. And I'm just sorry. I'm sorry that you fell in love with a piece of shit like me. I always said Ken was my love, is my love. But you were my comfort. You were my safe place because I knew that you never would hurt me. And I'm just tired of this war, and I want it to end. I don't know what you think the alternative could be between you and I. That's where I get stuck at, is I can't keep texting you. I can't keep talking to you. I have a whole family. I'm in a committed relationship. I have a daughter with this man. Like, I don't know if, we can't be friends. Do you understand what position I'm in? I know to you, as long as I keep talking to you, you feel some sort of connection, but that can't be. We can't do that. We're not at that space. All I can do is wish you the best, and I know that is finite, and that's definite. And I know this is all sinking in, that it's really the end now. But you will always have a place in my heart, and we will always have those good memories together. But that has to be it. Some people come in our lives for a season, others for a reason. And the reason you came in my life was to show me that I need to be a better person.
Somebody left me a comment the other day and they said that Gypsy Rose is stuck in her own fairy tale, and I loved that because whenever I'm listening to her in this video, that's all I can think about is that she's just living in her own Disney movie and creating like dramatic scenarios out of thin air. I just think that, you know, if you pick somebody, pick them and stop talking to your ex behind their back. She's basically sending a message to him that I have a baby with him. I'm in a tough position, so I can't talk to you. I feel like she wants to have her cake and eat it too. I also feel like it's really creepy whenever you're in a relationship with somebody and you say that they're your love, but another man is your comfort and your safety. Like, your partner should be that too, not your ex. This isn't normal. This situation is a train wreck that we're watching happen in real time, and it is disturbing, and it gets worse as time goes on. It doesn't get any better. I am shocked every time I open up my phone and get on TikTok and I see something else. I honestly feel like what happened was Gypsy was trying to manipulate Ryan by being mean, and she realized that wasn't gonna work, so she decided, I'm gonna try and put out this video and try and manipulate him this way and show him that I'm telling the public this too, so maybe he won't post those things that I said. I don't think she was fully honest with Ken with whatever was in those text messages. I'm also extremely disturbed that she did that motion to her neck. I feel like Ryan knows things. I feel like he knows things. I feel like he knows a lot. And I hope he says it. I really, really hope he says it. I hope he does, because he doesn't owe her anything. You all are going to have to let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you soon for another video.